then we're going to move to the mixed teams
Let's
competition
welcome the
before we finish
judge and
with the
coaches.
3 individual matches in the men's W1 and then the women's and men's compound. So here we go with the Women Open doubles final now in compound. It's coming right now.
Welcome the archers to the field of play.
And out come the archers from Korea and India. With the Indian team the top qualifiers and Korea the second to top qualifiers. So we have this one going according to the seedings.
Now the official lineup for this match. Target number 1, we have Team India representing archers are Sheetal Devi, Jyoti, and target number 2, we have Team Korea representing archers are Chenami and Chongqing Young. For this match, our line judge is Yu Chaoshi.
Well, we have 4 of the best here who are going to be competing. Devi, the top qualifier in the ranking round. Jyoti, 3rd qualifier. Choi, the 7th, and Xiong, the 5th. So all of these archers are in excellent form in the ranking round. And Sheetal Devi, what a year she's had. 2 gold medals at the Para-Asian Games. Got the silver, didn't quite get there at the World Championships. Let's see if she can prevail at the Asian Championships, where she's going for 3 golds today. Jyoti, her teammate, though, is starting things off. Just marvel at Devi's skill, accuracy, technique, everything, Chris. Amazing for a 16-year-old.
She's been shooting archery for about 4 years now, learning from the OG, the original armless archer, Matt Stutzman, as well. And what a fantastic legacy for him. But yeah, unbelievable talent, and one that has become the new focus point for para-archery and really overcoming norms in this sport to deliver incredible performance. Four qualifying rounds in 2023, 4 680 pluses. This is, international level almost in the able-bodied category. And she's got no arms, and she's 16 years old. It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. Words really can't describe how great she is to watch. And Jyoti, her teammate, she's a pretty decent archer as well. Pretty tight between India and Korea in this first end.
I think one of my favorite things about Sheetal Devi is if you watch her technique overlaid with Matt Stutzman. It'd be great to see see that happen. See a social post of that. Is that they're almost identical. She has really copied, or the coaches who've helped her really copied the first guy to do it. Same release they're using, and she's pulling off that technique, that very particular technique, to perfection.
8
Well, that arrow there has seen India take, although India will take at least a 1-point lead at the end of this first end. Oh, that's great. Archery right there from Choi. 2 10s right in the heart of the ring as well. Fantastic from her. But it will be India that lead by 1 point.
Number 1, unofficially, India 36, Korea 35.
India beat Thailand in their semi-final, 146 to 132, and Korea were 5-point victors over Chinese Taipei, 139 to 134. So those losing teams played in the bronze earlier, and it was a tight match, which Chinese Taipei won by 2 points, 126 to 124. So well done to Chinese Taipei, who have picked up the bronze in the women's doubles.
What's interesting about the doubles event is with those 2 targets down range, you can see very clearly the difference in grouping. Interpreting the arrows down range and the targets, and how that occurred. What was the impact on your technique, on your process, 50 meters downrange on the shooting line compared to the results of the target is the most important thing in archery. And it's something that is all the more difficult when you're shooting in this kind of finals arena, head to head, with very little time to think about it.
Well, the Korean team looked nice and relaxed. They do trail by 1 point, but it's tight. Jeong to start first.
Nine.
Now, Choi Ning-ma has been sensational so far. She's 57, so she's very experienced. These two are both in their mid-50s, so it's really cool to see them competing against a 16-year-old on the other target.
9.
And that's the beauty of the sport too, isn't it, Chris? It's for all ages.
All ages, all impairments, all genders, whatever you like.
Nine.
So Sheetal Devi will be seeing her in the mixed teams final and in the final of the individual as well. So a lot of competition for her to come in this session. So nothing to split the two teams in this second end so far. All archers shooting 9s.
Nine.
That's a much better second end from Jeong with 2 9s. Archery is all about response, interpretation, as we said. Very important to come back
10.
better with your next arrow.
Well, Choi continues her hot run, doesn't she? 10, 10, 9, 10. She's going fantastic. Giotti now.
9. 9.
Oh, has that clipped the line? If it has, it's only just.
After second end, unofficially India 36, total 72. Republic of Korea 37, total
Might need the
72.
magnifying glass for that last arrow. Chris, what do you think? What's your gut feeling?
It'll need to be looked at, but I don't think it's clipped. She's just a millimeter out. All arrows to the right, Sheetal Devi, and this is the difference we saw between the World Championships, the World Para Championships in Pilsen in the middle of the year, and the Asian Games at the end of the year. Having only had a few matches, a few tournaments of experience on the international stage, she could be as good as Archer, as impressive as you like, but the skill, the ability to shoot in the arena under alternate scoring, under the pressure of cameras is something that is learned through experience. She's there now.
Yeah, amazing progress. And of course, the level and number of frequency of major competitions just carries on. So what a wonderful career she could have in the sport. So the teams are locked up after that end, 72 each. Korea outscoring India by 1, 37-36 in that second of the four ends. Giotti, nice job. That's her first 10 of this gold medal match. She's got the feeling, Chris, with Giotti scoring a 10, that this might be the end, that India really draw a line in the sand.
There's quality on both sides of the shooting lanes in this match, but realistically, we've seen the quality from the Indian compounds this year. We've seen the quality from the Indian para compounds this year at the Asian Games. They have to be the favorite coming into this final.
Well, that's
not
a 4. Yeah, I was about to say it's a 4-point swing, Chris.
It's not the response you'd need. To keep any kind of level in this final.
Yeah, exactly. The compatriots in the background love it, don't they? Now, here's Devi to try and complete a perfect score in this third end. And she does it. How good is that from India? Fantastic. 40 out of 40. Well, Xiong is battling a bit at the moment. Only 2 yellow scores in this match so far. Choi.
9.
Yes, a 9, but that's been a massive swing in favour of the top seeds. Tied after 2 ends. It's a 7-point margin all of a sudden after 3.
111.
We've just gone in 2 different directions, haven't we? India have tightened up in the third. 4 excellent arrows from Devi and Jyoti. Korea spreading out, for lack of a better term. I think it's important to remember that these archers are shooting exactly the same rules, exactly the same equipment as able-bodied archers in the compound competition. In comparison to the W1 events, which we've already seen today, they don't have that same strapping around the core, because they do, for the most part, have control of that core and strength down the center of their body. But you have that comparison between archers like Sheetal Devi, who don't have arms, and the others on the line here that do have arms. And it's a very easy thing to say in archery, well, arms must make that sport easier, more practical. Yeah, for sure. Normality or history, it's always been done with arms. But I think what's fascinating is archers like Sheetal, archers like Matt Stutzman, archers like the other armless archers we have competing right now are proving that it's possible to adjust. It's possible to adjust how things have been done for decades and perform at incredibly high levels.
Well, bad news for Indian fans. That last arrow wasn't a 10 from Devi. It was, it must have only just missed. It looked pretty good from our vantage point. So it's a 6-point game, but still a massive task for India, or rather for Korea, to overhaul. But they've got to tell themselves, Chris, that if India could get a 6-point margin in one's end, we could get a 6-point margin in the next one. So anything's possible in this sport.
8, maybe 9.
Archery is one of those sports where you can't directly impact the people on the other side of the line, but you can get into their heads, and what you need to do is build pressure. 9s and 8s don't build pressure. This is a battle of India against themselves now.
Still, that's all India need at the moment, is yellow scores is more than enough. As we see Jeong Jin Young line up her last arrow.
Seven.
Yeah, not happy, is she? Choi Na-mi with her last arrow.
Seven.
It just hasn't gone to plan at all for the Korean team over those last 2 ends. So should be a formality for India. They can win it with an arrow to spare, in fact. And that's exactly what they've done. Well, technically this arrow is for fun for Devi, but she has high standards for herself.
9.
She'll finish with a 9, but India are going to win the gold in the women's compound doubles here at the Asian Para Championships, and they were very consistent over those last 3 ends in particular. And it's gold to Jyoti and Sheetal Devi, who wins the first of potentially 3 on the day here. Just confirming those final scores. It looks to be a 37-31 scorecard for that last end, which means that India are going to win by 12 points in the end. A very healthy margin, given it was all locked up midway through that match. So 148-136 looks to be the final score.
It doesn't matter which category, which event you're shooting in. It's all about who finishes stronger. Unfortunately, Korea started better in that match, but it was India that delivered the tighter arrows and the closing ends.
Tag number 1. India.
With 2 more finals to go, Sheetal Devi just needs to move her arrows a little bit over.
And
You
silver
can
goes
see the difference in between what it means to the 2 archers on the Indian team. Jyoti with her gold medal from this Asian Championship. Sheetal Devi with 2 more to go.
Indeed.